Today we got called out for pioneering the field of exposed content. No one's ever heard of this before until we did it, apparently. So I want to talk about it. I want to talk about the biggest crybaby on the internet. That is the tech lead. You guys know people like this. They like to bully people until all of a sudden they get a little bit of pushback and they start crying. Oh no, I can't believe I'm the victim. I'm the victim of my own actions. So we're going to talk a bit about that today. If you guys don't know, Internet Anarchist made a video summarizing a lot of tech leads' various scandals. It's called How Coffeezilla Destroyed YouTube's Worst Tech Channel. Goes over Million Token, Trend Black, a lot of the ancient lore that some of you guys don't know about. Anyway, tech lead copyright striked that video, took it down, and then made a video called The Scam Tuber Industry, where he copes and seethes about the fact that people can have an opinion about the things that you do in this world, and how he's decided that if you make a video about him, he's going to copyright strike your video because, quote, he can, and he owns all the rights to all his videos. You can't make a video about it because if you use his identity at all, he's going to copyright strike your channel. Now, as you guys know, this is not new. He's been doing this for 5 years. He did this with Trend Black. He did this with, now, Internet Anarchist. But I want to talk about this video. We're not going to go into too much detail with the Internet Anarchist stuff because, frankly, the video's back. I mean, it got copyright striked, but thankfully, the tech lead took his video down. The video's back. It got very well discussed with Moist Critical's video. So instead, I want to focus on the parts of this video that nobody talked about. He starts with an insane claim basically saying, scam tubers are this new industry and I created it.
It's all expose content. They're just trashing other big YouTubers. And this is really in the wake of a field pioneered by Coffeezilla.
That's right, guys. I pioneered the genre of criticizing people. I did it. You know, thank you. Thank you. I'll take my award now, my Pulitzer Prize. But there's another part of this, which I want to focus on, where he says that this field that I pioneered apparently does no journalism. This is a big claim of his. He says no journalism has been done.
For the views. And they really have zero journalistic integrity. Right? They're not seeking the truth. A real journalist would confirm their sources. They would conduct their own interviews and seek what the truth is and have a full story for you. But these people, they really oftentimes just weave one side of a narrative, weave some compelling story, and then just put it out there without even asking for the other side of the story.
Oh, can you believe poor tech lead who copyright strikes people who criticize him? He just wishes they would reach out to him. Well, that's exactly what we did. He says that I caused all his problems, whatever. I have gone to tech lead over and over and over for comment, going back to the Trend Black situation, which I think we should talk about, but also the Million Token stuff. And that's actually where I want to start. I went to him. He says nobody goes to him. Nobody hears his side of the story. People just make videos without going to him. The video we're all talking about, the Million Token stuff, I went to him. Hey, I'm making a video about Million Token. You know, you said you put $1 million of your own money. I can't see that. And then also he was running ads on it. His response to me is, hey, long time no chat. Your channel's been fire lately. Even I've been enjoying the content and your $10 million studio. Obviously, this is the classic grifter response. Hey, I love you, man. Hey, great stuff. Great stuff. I'm a big fan. I'm not asking for sympathy, but I've been in a really tough place in life. Lately, I lost my 3-year-old son, remember, because he got divorced. Life's rough, still is. I don't get to see him. Parental alienation. It's depressing. I hope your family's been well, man. Now, I actually don't have anything to say negatively about like him as a father. I have no idea. I'm sure he's fine. I feel bad. That's not the question I asked. This is like a total deflection. He's like, hey, I have problems in my life. You can't criticize me. Remember, this is the guy who's saying we don't reach out. I say, hey, that's nice of you to say. But setting all that aside, I've got questions about Million. The ones above notwithstanding, it seems like you've been basically making millions of dollars with Ponzi-nomics and basically pitching a get-rich-quick scheme to people, which is true. If you look at Million Token, this is Million Token right here, peaked at $201. It's now worth $1.20, okay? People have gotten destroyed on this token. Then Tech Lead's response is, he says, oh, I wish people would come to me. I'd give them my side of the story. He starts talking about child abduction in Japan. Maybe you can do a story about that and help me get my son back. I say, based on my calculation, I just completely ignore it. You've made 3.3 million in USD, and you also have another million in USDC on Uniswap. everything about Million is online. I'm not sure of those videos, but you can check those. I say, listen, I'm sorry about your son, but I've got to cover this Million token story. Please answer the above questions. Did you see Andre Jick's video about Million? Join our Discord. And I said, yes, I've watched it. Anyway, all this to say, I kept going to him. He kept deflecting. Oh, don't do this. Don't do this. My son, child abduction, the Discord. You got to go to the Discord. And I'm just like, hey, can you just explain this thing? So it's so funny to me. He's complaining about all these people. They're just making videos without going to the source. I went to you. You just said, hey, love your channel, man. Don't talk about me. Talk about child abduction. Now, I also want to talk about the Trin Black stuff, because I think this stuff frequently gets ignored because it's just an older part of the story. Trin Black is another YouTuber who got copyright striked by the tech lead. And the premise was literally the same. It was the same idea before, which is tech lead was claiming at the time that Trin Black used his face in the video, which is totally fair to do. And that like constituted the ability to copyright strike. Now, when I went to tech lead about this back then in, I think it was 2019, tech lead said, hey, first of all, he used my identity, so I had the right to copyright strike him, but I can't remove the copyright strike even if I wanted to. I don't have the ability. And I was like, wait, what? What do you mean you don't have the ability? Yes, you can remove the copyright strike. And he said, no, I can't find the email address. I don't see the copyright strike like retraction thing in my email. Like I literally can't find it. And I'm like, there's no way. We went through this long process where he kept sending me like Dropbox videos, screen cap videos of him looking through his Google accounts where he had signed out of the Google account. He had actually copyright striked him with, but didn't and then sent me his other Google accounts and basically said like, oh, I don't see this like ability to retract the copyright strike. Basically trying to, it's so weird. He basically lied to me to try to say that he couldn't bring back Trin Black's video because he was just trying to spite Trin Black. Here's the DMs there. I was talking to him about, the copyright dashboard. He says, I can't find it. I checked across all my accounts. There's nothing there. Here's proof since Trin doesn't believe me. That video's been since deleted. And I said, that's so strange. I sent him an email asking if he deleted the videos. I don't think he did. Anyway, he sent me on this like long runaround basically saying he didn't have the ability to do it. Actually, he did. He eventually did. My point is, tech lead constantly plays the victim. He's willing to lie. He's willing to dox. He's willing to lie about the journalism people do about him in order to make himself seem more like the victim. And meanwhile, he employs these cry bully tactics of he'll take your videos down. He'll try to slander you. Remember, he called us a lot of things. I won't even repeat some of this. He said a lot of things, insane things about us. Meanwhile, if you do anything to him, oh, I'm such a victim. I can't believe it. I can't believe they did that to me. But the biggest irony of all is that his big, hill he's dying on is this idea that no one can use anyone else's work without licensing it. In fact, he says that right here.
I would appreciate other YouTubers to have the integrity that if they would like to use my images and video for their commercial gain, then to get a license for it.
Yeah, that's right, guys. How dare you use people's work in your own video without licensing it? Oh, wait, is that my video playing in Tech Lead's video? Unlicensed? Where's my check, Tech Lead? Huh? I want, pay me. Where's my money? How dare you use my video for B-roll in a video where you're going to just talk? My work, by the way, what's funny is my stuff actually has production. He just sits in front of a camera. In this video, he acts like his work is so precious. He talks about, oh, documentary crews approach me asking to license my footage. What footage are they licensing? You in front of a webcam at the same desk you've been at for 5 years? Again, not that it matters. It's just all fair use either way if you're talking about something critically like this. But anyway, I just thought this was insane. I wanted to give people fair context because I don't expect you guys to have followed 5 years of Tech Lead lore. But you have to know that every time Tech Lead says, these people are coming at me, they're not asking me for comment. Every time I went to you, we did ask for comment. You lied to us. You misled us. You tried to say, go do a child abduction story in Japan. Anyway, it's insane. I just wanted to cover this guy because he's in the news. He brought us up. I'm the big villain in his eyes. I invented the world of exposes. So, of course, I have to respond. Now, I want to say I'm not entirely unhappy that techlead is back in the news because I just released a video on my main channel, a trailer of a video I've been working on for quite a while, the 1 million subscriber special, which I'm literally years late on. Now, the funny thing is, at the time I was making that video, at the time we were writing it, techlead was very much in the YouTuber zeitgeist. We were having our whole beef with him. So in my video, the movie that we're going to put out in July 5th or early on Patreon, if you want, we actually mentioned the techlead. I got so nervous when we got closer to release of this video. I was like, is anyone going to remember who the techlead was? Because he's fallen out of the YouTuber zeitgeist. No one had talked about him in a while. So the timing on this is kind of fortuitous for us. It's pretty funny. Definitely did not plan it, but hey, techlead is actually featured heavily in our new movie that we've been cooking up. But yeah, I just found the timing of all that ironic because I was sure that people were going to go, who's techlead? But now that he's kind of thrown himself back into the drama, I think that's not going to happen at all. And it's going to seem more topical than ever. I'm going to look like Nostradamus having planned this all out. So anyway, yeah, not my plan at all, but kind of funny. And yeah, that's basically it.